Welcome to A Course in Miracles, Lesson 122. I'm Reverend Valerie Love, also known as Kaisi. And right now, as you are watching this, if you're accustomed to coming here every morning for the live stream on the channel at 7 a.m. Eastern Time, if you are here for the live stream, well, I'm on a plane from Dubai to Miami. And so, because I'm on a plane, I have recorded the reading of A Course in Miracles, lesson 122, before I took off so that we would have it even as I am in the air. I'm doing the best to honor my commitment to you to be here every day for 365 days straight. And A Course in Miracles, lesson 122 is today. Welcome, welcome, welcome. We're going to go on screen share now and pull up today's lesson of A Course in Miracles. Lesson 122, Forgiveness offers everything I want. Say it with me. Forgiveness offers everything I want. What could you want forgiveness cannot give? That's a good question. Do you want peace? All of us do. Forgiveness offers it. Do you want happiness? All of us do. A quiet mind? Yes. A certainty of purpose? Absolutely. And a sense of worth and beauty that transcends the world? Yes, yes, and yes. Do you want care and safety and the warmth of sure protection always? Do you want a quietness that cannot be disturbed, a gentleness that can never be hurt, a deep, abiding comfort, and a rest so perfect it can never be upset? Now, most of us were taught that you can't have all this till you get to heaven. Because here in this life, you're going to suffer, you're going to get sick, get old, fight with people, and then you die. Life sucks, and then you die. We're told all this that's being described in this first paragraph sounds like nirvana. It sounds like we get that after we die, after we trudge through this life. And what the Course is offering is that you can have it now. All this forgiveness gives you, offers you, and more. It sparkles on your eyes as you awake and gives you joy with it, which to meet the day. Can you imagine popping out of bed with your eyes sparkling? Absolutely. Jumping out of the bed, ready with joy to meet your day? Absolutely. It soothes your forehead while you sleep. No more wrinkles in the brow. And rests upon your eyelids. So you see no dreams of fear and evil, malice and attack. You know, all the ideas that we have running through our heads sometimes when we go to sleep at night, that this could happen, that could happen, and locking up everything and making sure we're safe. And when you wake again, it offers you another day of happiness and peace. Happiness and peace just keeps on going. All this forgiveness offers you and more. Forgiveness lets the veil be lifted. There's a veil that we have that hides the face of Christ from those who look with unforgiving eyes upon the world. Yesterday, we talked about the unforgiving mind. Right now, we're talking about that same unforgiveness. When we have unforgiveness, we look about the world and we cannot see the face of Christ. It lets you recognize the Son of God, the children of this universe, and clears your memory of all dead thoughts so that remembrance of your Father can arise across the threshold of your mind. So, what we're hearing here is that forgiveness is like a cosmic vacuum cleaner, beloved. It's going to suck all the dead thoughts out of your mind. What would you want forgiveness cannot give? What gifts but these are worthy to be sought? What fancied value, trivial effect, or transient promise never to be kept can hold more hope than what forgiveness brings? Like, what could we have or what could we want that's more than what forgiveness can grant us? The complete, absolute, complete cleansing of your entire self, your entire mind, of everything you think you did and everything you think other people did to you, how light as a feather would you be? Why would you seek an answer other than the answer that will answer everything? This answers everything. Here is the perfect answer given to imperfect questions, meaningless requests, half hearted willingness to hear, and less than halfway diligence and partial trust. Here is the answer. We've been meaningless in our requests sometimes we're asking imperfect questions. Sometimes we're kind of willing to hear and kind of not. Sometimes we're halfway diligent and halfway don't feel like it. And sometimes we have partial trust. Sometimes we trust in the universe and sometimes we just don't. We waver, flipping back and forth like a tennis match from trust to control. I got to control everything because if I don't control everything, something bad might happen. Instead of trusting, here is the answer. Seek for it no more. You will not find another one instead. This is the answer. This is the answer. God's plan for your salvation cannot change, nor can it fail. We know God's plan can't fail. The plan of the universe cannot fail. This cosmic order is so perfect, it cannot fail. Be thankful it remains exactly as He planned it. Changelessly, it stands before you like an open door with warmth and welcome. Warmth and welcome. This is the plan for God. Plan God has for your life. The Bible says the same thing. For I know the plans I have for you, plans to prosper you and give you a good future and never to harm you. That the plans of God cannot change, and the plans of God are always for our good, and the plans of this universe is always for our prospering. There's a warmth and a welcome where this plan is calling from beyond the doorway, bidding you to enter in and make yourself at home where you belong. You belong in the mind of God where you live. You belong at home in the love and the peace and the safety and the joy of God. Here is the answer. Here is the answer. Here's the answer. Tell yourself, here is the answer. I'm just going to wash my mind. I'm going to scrub it out really good. I'm going to get my vacuum cleaner out and suck out all of the hurts and grievances and gunk that I've been carrying around. Beautiful, because we're in the new moon energy. Would you stand outside while all of heaven waits for you within? Why will we stand outside when we can close our eyes, turn within, and access all the love, the joy, the beauty, the peace right here, right now? Forgive and be forgiven. Forgive and be forgiven. Forgive and be forgiven. Tell yourself, I'm going to forgive and I'm going to be forgiven. I am going to forgive and I'm going to be forgiven. As you give, you will receive. We know give and receive are the same. They're one, as we've learned from previous lessons. There's no plan but this for the salvation of the Son of God. There's no plan other than this for you to return home to your perfection and your holiness just by letting everything go. Let us today rejoice that this is so. For here we have an answer, clear and plain, beyond deceit in its simplicity. It is so simple. All the complexities the world has spun of fragile cobwebs disappear before the power and the majesty of this extremely simple statement of the truth. Forgiveness offers everything I want. It's a simple statement of truth. Forgiveness offers everything I want. I will forgive and I will be happy. Here's the answer. Do not turn away in aimless wandering. Again, we're not going to wander around looking for things and searching for answers to questions when we already have the answer. Accept salvation now. It is the gift of God and not the world. The world can give no gifts of any value to a mind that has received what God has given as its own. The world cannot top this. There's no money that tops this. There's no sex that tops this. There's no delicious food that tops this. Nothing in the third dimension can top this. God wills salvation be received today, and that the intricacies of your dreams no longer hide their nothingness from you. You know, Don Miguel Ruiz, in his Toltec wisdom teachings in the books, the power, not the power of now, that's Eckhart Tolle, of the Four Agreements and the Mastery of Love, that in these books, these are Toltec wisdom books, and the Toltec teach this, that this world is Maya. It's a dream world. And so what the Course is saying is that the same thing. that this is a dream world and you want to escape from the dream world, which was also called exiting the matrix. And that in this dream world, just because the dreams are intricate, don't mean they're real. So we're not going to be deceived today. We are not going to let the intricacies of the dreams, all its details and shadows and shading and lines and colorings and shapes, we are not going to let the intricacies of the dream hide their nothingness from us. They are nothing. Open your eyes today and look upon a happy world of safety and of peace. That's it. That's simple. You see, the unforgiving mind refuses to see a world of happiness and safety and peace because it thinks something's going to come for it. Because something has already come for it that we didn't wash up, vacuum out. Forgiveness is the means by which it comes to take the place of hell. Wow. Our eyes will be able to see a happy world of safety and peace in place of the hell we created in our minds. In quietness, it rises up to greet your open eyes and fill your heart with deep tranquility. Tranquility. As these ancient truths, forever newly born, arise in your awareness. There are ancient truths in your consciousness that will now rise to awareness. What you will remember then can never be described, yet your forgiveness offers it to you, that your forgiveness offers all this to you. These are the gifts of forgiveness. Remembering the gifts forgiveness gives, we undertake our practicing today with hope and faith that this will be the day salvation will be ours. This is the day that you free yourself from guilt and shame and suffering and hardships and thinking people don't like you and being socially awkward and thinking about people that you don't like and thinking about people that get on your nerves and having resentments and all of it and self-sabotaging. Oh, that's a big one, self-sabotaging. And not getting along with people and not being aware of what's going on in our own consciousness that causes us not to have the life of our dreams. All that's going to be over. Today, salvation is yours. Accept it. Earnestly and gladly will we seek for today. Aware, we hold the key within our hands. You have the key in your hands. We hold the key in our hands, accepting heaven's answer to the hell we made, but where we would remain no more. Make a decision to be happy and in bliss and peaceful. Make a decision to be unfuckwithable. Make a decision to be joyful. It's a decision to be whole, perfect, healed, and you can heal. Morning and evening do we gladly give a quarter of an hour to the search in which the end of hell is guaranteed. It's guaranteed that we'll all come out of hell. Morning and evening we'll give 15 minutes to meditating on this. Begin in hopefulness. For we have reached the turning point at which the road becomes far easier. It's going to be really easier for you now. We are here at day 122 of 365 days. It's going to become much easier now as you go along. And now the way is short, that yet we travel. We are close indeed to the appointed ending of the dream, the end of the matrix, the end of Maya. You're no longer in the dream, even though your body is still in this third dimension. Your mind is no longer shackled in a dream, asleep in a cocoon. Sink into happiness as you begin these practice periods. This morning as you wake up, 15 minutes tonight before you go to bed, 15 minutes, you're going to just sink into happiness. For they hold out the sure rewards of questions answered and what your acceptance of the answer brings. So not only are we going to have the answers, we're going to accept the answers so that we can receive the rewards. Today, it will be given you to feel the peace forgiveness offers and the joy the lifting of the veil holds out to you. You know, I never thought that living a life like this is possible. And as I sit here in Dubai, looking out at this glorious Dubai marina and these spectacular buildings and the lights and the yachts that are going by, and we saw the all black yacht, and everyone's so just ecstatic to see this black yacht, this famed black yacht that had been parked over in this marina for the longest. I don't know if you park a yacht. It had been over there in the marina and moored, and then they sailed their yacht. And everybody was so happy to see it. As I sit here, never in my mind did I imagine that I could live this kind of life, because the kind of life that I was living was a life of limitation and lack and littleness and struggling. And I was telling myself that one day I'll live my dreams, and one day maybe I can travel the world, and one day maybe I can go somewhere and do something. But for right now, let me take care of the kids and let me fight with my husband, and let me be upset and let me be sick and let me be tired by the time I fall into bed at night, grudges and grievances with a whole lot of people, not simply being happy, depressed, not simply being happy. What's wrong with just being happy? I haven't found a problem with it yet. Today, it will be given you to feel the peace forgiveness offers. You'll feel that peace. It's an abiding sense of all is right with me and the world. And the joy, the lifting of the veil holds out to you that this veil is being lifted and it is joyful. It's joyful to see. Before the light you will receive today, the world will fade until it disappears. You know, this world that we think we see, this world that's full of problems. And you will see another world arise. You have no words to picture. Now we walk directly into light and we receive the gifts that have been held in store for us since time began, kept waiting for today. You see, we have gifts. This is our divine inheritance. We're not asking for something that's not ours. We ask for what is ours rightly. Forgiveness offers everything you want. Tell it to yourself. Forgiveness offers everything I want. And you know what? Even if you don't believe it, try it anyway. Today, all things you want are given you. Can you imagine having all your dreams filled today? Let not your gifts recede throughout the day as you return again to meet a world of shifting change and bleak appearances. Don't slide. You know, in church, they call it black backsliding, right? Don't backslide. Retain your gifts in clear awareness as you see the changeless in the heart of change, the light of truth behind appearances. You're going to be able to see with a wide open third eye, and the lens is very clear because it's all been cleared up and cleaned up with forgiveness. You are going to be able to see the light of truth behind the appearances. What things look like, you'll be able to peer beyond that. You know, we're here in Dubai, and there was something that was kind of, it wasn't sitting well with me. I would see these young girls go out in the night, and they're all ready to perform their sexual acts for restitution, right? For remuneration. And it was kind of niggling in my spirit because I just kept thinking of human trafficking. And I just kept thinking, look at these young girls, you know, some of them just look like little teenagers. And I thought of my daughters who are 31 and 21, and how when they were this, you know, this age, some of these girls look and they're all made up and they have on their, you know, nighttime clothes and whatnot. And it's very clear what's going on. Even that, even things like that, we will begin to see the truth beyond and behind the appearances. We will begin to behold the light everywhere, even when you look in the darkest of darkest places. Now, I can't say that these girls look like they were being treated badly or that they were being coerced to do things. I don't know if they were or not. I don't know. They could have been completely voluntarily doing whatever it is that they wanted to do. Absolutely. It doesn't matter. What we know is that when we forgive and when we clear the mind and we cleanse ourselves, we will become like Christ. We will have the vision of Christ. We will see with the third eye wide open, and we will see, we will penetrate and be able to see the light of truth behind and beyond appearances. Be tempted not to let your gifts slip by and drift into forgetfulness, but hold them firmly in your mind by your attempts to think of them at least a minute as each quarter of an hour passes by, remind yourself how precious are these gifts with this reminder, which has power to hold your gifts in your awareness through the day. Forgiveness offers everything I want. Today, I have accepted this as true. Today, I have received the gifts of God. That's what we're going to let slip through our awareness. At least a minute every 15 minutes, at least 1 minute of the 15, we're going to contemplate. Forgiveness offers everything I want. Today, I have accepted this as true. Today, I have received the gifts of God. You're saying it in the past. Today, I have received the gifts of God. That's the certainty. You're so certain that even if you don't all the way feel that you've received the gifts of God, you are saying, I've received the gifts of God, which means that you are conveying to the universe of life your certainty. Yes, beloved, you are conveying your certainty. Be sure forgiveness offers everything I want. And that, beloved, is A Course in Miracles, lesson 122. And we'll be together tomorrow morning live at 7 a.m. Eastern Time for our next delicious lesson, A Course in Miracles lesson 123. In the meantime, be blessed. I love you with the love of God. ValerieLove.com. Be blessed. Kaisi out. Peace.